Are you tired of those shitty Dragon Ball Z games that lack visual fidelity? Do you want graphics that showcase Dragon Ball Z in a light that has never been seen before? Do you wish that Namco Bandai put more time and attention instead of spewing these things out on a yearly basis so they can give us the perfect Dragon Ball Z game? Well, you're in luck because we're about to change your fucking life. This video is brought to you in part by UnrealTech because he brought me the video and he wanted me to play the demo and give you guys an overall impression on my thoughts about his project that he's working on for a Dragon Ball Z title. It's only been called Dragon Ball Z Project Unreal Engine 4, and I just wanted to give you guys my overall thoughts about the game because I think this is interesting. This is something that I'm always bringing to you guys' attention on what I want in my own dreamed up Dragon Ball Z title, and I think this is something in the right path because this guy, he knows what he's doing. Even though the game is bare bone and he hasn't really developed it all to its full fruition, I think as long as we lend him our energy to make this awesome spirit bomb of a title and at least get the attention of some of the bigger people up into the Namco Bandai studios like Harada, the guy who's infamous for making the Tekken titles, I think we can have people really care about the handling of Dragon Ball Z. Like, even though the games are doing good and Xenoverse is doing good, I think they can do a lot better. And I think they should take their time and give us something that we want to see with action and RPG elements and adventure and even fighting. If you can combine all those elements together, good for you. But I think the thing that deserves the most attention is the graphics. I think the graphics are the thing that needs to be looked upon, and the visual fidelity has to be there. It has to fully immerse me and make me feel like I'm in a universe that feels realistic. Because let's just face it, we're in the next gen. This is like the latest of next gen. We don't know if we're gonna get any more future next gen consoles because we're at the height, we're at the pinnacle of gaming right now. The PC is doing a lot. Unreal Engine 4 is one of the most used softwares this generation. Now, if you guys have noticed, Unreal Engine 4 has just been taking over the scene. Like, even some of the big wigs who have their own software, they're going to this. Like Square-Enix, they've jumped off board because at first they were using the Luminous engine for the Kingdom Hearts 3 title, just like they're using it for the Final Fantasy 15. They're no longer using the Luminous engine for the Final Fantasy 7 remake, and they're not going to be using it for Kingdom Hearts 3. They're using it with the Unreal Engine 4. So let me just name off some of the features that the developers have at their disposal with the Unreal Engine 4. A realistic open world map, realistic interior lighting effects, high quality motion blur, full scene HDR reflections, distance field ambient occlusion, ray trace distance field soft shadows. There are so many features I can't even really take the time to name off because the list just goes on and on. But UnrealTech, I hope that you take your time with this because as long as you can master the software, I think that you can really make your dreams become a reality with this. One thing that I'm looking forward to seeing you utilize is the lighting effects because Dragon Ball Z has a ton of lighting effects. Some of the key auras are going to be some of the biggest chores that you're going to have to master in this software. How is that going to reflect over the water and the texture? Just has me like in awe, man. Like, the Unreal Engine is just a perfect engine to use. Like, some of the street textures, how are you going to make West City look? The textures on the road and the maps. Now, the game isn't really done yet. This is in its early alpha stage. As you can see, it's not really that much you can do in the actual beta of the game. The only thing that you can do right now is just fly around and see what the actual hub, the test hub, looks like. But as you've noticed, Goku has his own kicks and stuff like that, and Vegeta has his set of kicks, but I think he's using Goku's rig. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with what a rig is the internal skeletal system that allows each character to move. Each character has their own individual rig that allows them to get their own special kind of kicks and movements and gestures. And I think Vegeta's using Goku's rig. I could be wrong because his body just looks a little flaily and it doesn't really look cool when he does the kicks compared to Goku. So I'm pretty sure that Vegeta's using Goku's rig because it's meant for a smaller body. And some of the flight mechanics are there. As you can see, I can do this cool epic transformation into a Super Saiyan. Now, he isn't even finished with the lighting yet, but I'm just looking so forward to this because Dragon Ball Z, it needs to be paid more attention to. I don't understand why Harada, the guy that's ahead of Namco, can put all his time into making a Pokken game. We're talking about the same guy who made Tekken 7. He's using the Unreal Engine 4 for Tekken 7, and I think he's using it for Pokken. I could be mistaken. Somebody correct me in the comment section below if I'm wrong. But why not invest time and effort into one of your first party installments like the Dragon Ball Z series instead of having it spewed out every year without that much time being invested in the development process? I mean, even Naruto games has a little development, you know, has a little more flair with their graphics going for it. That's one of the main development teams that I've recommended because I think they can bring something new and actually make it to where it actually feels like the cartoon or the anime like they're doing with the Naruto games. Now, one of the best games that hasn't been touched in terms of visual fidelity would have to be the Ultimate Tenkaichi games. I know the games aren't good, I know that they have been locked away in the vault of unforgiveness, but you have to admit, in terms of the graphics, that was the best game that we had. Because the textures on the rocks and stuff look cool, and the actual environmental destruction, that was the best visual presentation that we've gotten thus far. And I would say in the terms of lighting and actual auras and keys, I'll have to get that to Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit because the keys look a lot different from what we've seen in the show and all the other previous game installments. We have a lot of notes to take, and I hope that UnrealTech takes these notes because we have to look at all the different titles and see what they've done wrong and try to capitalize on some of those mistakes. And you have a lot of time, man. Like, I hope you really take your time. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Kami's Lookout looks like. That's one of my favorite stages. And I know the Rocky Mountain area is going to look cool if you decide to use it. What do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see an action adventure game? Because I think we should start from square one, from Dragon Ball all the way up to Dragon Ball Z, or maybe go up to Dragon Ball Super. What are you guys' thoughts? Do you want to see an action game, a jrpg, or maybe even a fighter? Some of the features that this game is going to include is online, so I don't know what we have in store. Like, we have online. So what do you guys want? The link to the channel will be in the description. Just give your thoughts on what you want to see in the new title, and give him some of your feedback. Let him know that he has your support. This is the Dragon Ball Z community. Come on, people. But anyways, it's your boy RBG, aka the Random Black Gamer, hitting you guys up with another video. I will catch you guys later. Peace out.